Yes, my people, Hannah Day, I'm back again. Let's take a look at this word next of kin, the difference between a next of kin and a beneficiary. So we can say they are interrelated in some ways, and in some ways they are not. It depends on the context in which you are using the next of kin, your beneficiary, and so on and so forth. So let us go to Google or dictionary and look for the meaning of next of kin. And it also depends on the context in which you are using that next of kin. So next of kin refers to a person closest living blood relative or legally related individual, such as a spouse. Remember, your spouse is not related to you. Children or parents. Your children could be your legally related individual. Yes, that is legally related but they are actually not related to you by blood. So it could be your spouse, your children, or parents according to free will. In legal context, this term is crucial when determining who inherits an estate or make decision on someone's behalf when they are unable to do so. This brings us to a beneficiary. That is who inherits your estate is a beneficiary. It's different from your next of kin. But your next of kin can also be your beneficiary. So you understand these two contexts. That is why it says that it could be your closest blood relative or legally related individuals. So here's a little detailed more way that you will know how to differentiate these two. You see, this is the reason why I always say watch my videos to the end. I made this kind of video like early this year or next year. I did a video on next of kin, your beneficiary, and so on and so forth. I was actually doing that in the context of health care in case, you need a proxy. Proxy could steal your next of kin. So inheritance, when it comes to inheritance, inheriting your estate, this is where the next of kin and your beneficiary still can be one person. You can also split it up and say, this is my next of kin to make decision on me, on my health. Or you can say, this is my next of kin and my beneficiary, who this person is the one that will inherit my estate, make decisions about my estate. So this is where it becomes very dicey. Say, for example, you don't have a will, and this person passed on, and you have a next of kin. So that next of kin will not decide. Ask your lawyers. I'm not a lawyer. That next of kin will not be the person that will decide how that estate will be shared. It will now automatically becomes your beneficiary. Okay, let's see what it says here. It said, when it comes to in legal and medical context, when I made the video I made sometimes last year, I'm going to reshare it so that people can see it. I made that video in medical context, in a situation where you are unable to make decisions for yourself. Your next of kin will be the one representing you, maybe for what you want, right? What you want to be done for you. For example, say inheritance. If someone passed on without a will, your estate automatically becomes the next of will decision to determine who is going to, inherit that estate. He said the next of kin is typically prioritized for receiving the deceased estate according to the legal whatever, the trust and the will. So like in healthcare, like for you are sick, you've been sick, the doctors want to intubate you, they want to put you on a ventilator, they want to have you have TPN, they want G-tube, they want a nasogastric tube to be placed through your nose into your stomach so you can eat. It is your next of kin that will be the one to make that decision. That is if you have a living will. I'm still going to continue to make these videos or just repost them and repeat them so that we understand the differences of a living will, your beneficiary, and your next of kin. So, in healthcare emergency situation, next of kin may be contacted to provide medical information or make decision on the patient on that person's behalf, although they are generally don't have legal authority unless they have a specific power of attorney. Before a person makes you next of kin and they write down what they want to be done for them when they are sick or when they get really old, they can't make decisions for themselves, it has to be written down in presence of an attorney, a lawyer, and it has to be notarized by the court for that document to be valid, to be legal. So now they hear so don't go after this young man that was just doing cruise, that was just catching his cruise on TikTok and be saying, oh, it's not the next of kin. So for you people that want to buy this young man, that have been saying all kinds of things about this young guy, this Obi Cubana's son. I'm still going to call him his son because that's Obi Cubana's son. Legally, that's his son. So listen, to what the next of kin means. It says here, say order of next of kin. Who can be your next of kin? You know me saying that the pikin where you born from your belly alone can be your next of kin. He said while it can vary slightly by state, the typical order for determining who is next of kin is as follows. Those people that can fall into your next of kin. Number one, your surviving spouse that is not related to you. Domestic partner that is not related to you. Children or grandchildren. Surviving parents. Your siblings. Extended family members. Your nephew, your nieces, your aunties, your uncle, your grandparents, your cousins. Even your housemaid can be your next of kin. Yes. And another one say adoption. Adopted children are considered to be legal children and therefore part of the next of kin. Now they hear them so. Adopted children are considered to be your children legally. So that way they talk now, say they bring his son. It's okay. Yeah, it's very fine. That is the adopted son. Is also his next of kin. May notice, say for instance, I know Obi Cubana is not going to do that when he don't establish people that are not even related to him, right? He's not going to leave that son away from his estate. Let's say, for example, now anything happened to him, then he leave that he adopted son away from his estate. He will sue his children that he left everything for, and if care is not taken, they will award everything to him. So that's why you should be very careful when it comes to law, when it comes to the things you don't understand. Go to the appropriate office so they can explain it to you better for you to know what is and what is not. Una they hear them so not just they go with the whatever is going on social media. Stepchildren that are not even related to you by blood or in any way can also be your next of kin. I see them in my profession every day. You find out that the person's child is not even responsible to be the next of kin. It's their stepchild. Maybe the woman they are married to brought in children from the other marriage, a first marriage, second marriage, whatever marriage. You find out that those children are more responsible than his own children to take care of them, and they make those children their next of kin. Yes. Now they say we have a lot of educated people in Nigeria, 1 billion times educated than I am, but they are not enlightened. They are just bookworms. They are not smart. They are not enlightened. They just cram the old dictionary for their head. But they don't understand what it is. If you tell them they close their eye, read that dictionary from the beginning to the end, they will. But they don't understand the context that they are reading. You know, half brothers, half sister can be next of kin. So share this video. Videos like this are what you should share so that people will understand that it is not just because I born from my belly and I could be your next of kin. If you find out that all your children, they know they're responsible, that they smoke, go, that they do things, up, say, if you put anything for them, they will ruin it. Will you make them your next of kin? Or you have one child that you adopted that is very responsible, cares for you, does everything that you wish your child would do. Will you not put him or her in charge of everything because you see that he's been able to manage your estate? I want to share this video. May God bless you all. My name is Patience, and this is Patience Vlogs. God bless you. And go back and watch my step-by-step of videos that I've made in the past about next of kin, you know, and someone that can inherit your beneficiary, person that can inherit your estate, except you put everything in one box, your next of kin and your beneficiary. You can split it into two. Share this video. God bless you.